last week. I said, I ain't babysitting for, you know. I get over here a little early, just time it with traffic. Y'all don't have to get here.
No. Oh, and sorry we put this camera right here stepping over stuff.
Oh.
I know some of us have bad knees, and when I mean some of us, I mean me. So just to let you know. I'm sorry that we got to maneuver, and we got to be very moving around when people are old and crippled up. Mostly on me. You know
that's
what I mean?
okay. So. Bro, it'd be like Steamboat. Steamboat's, I think, ready to get back in the ring. You know, you had 2 hips, and then, Lord. I'm just always afraid because you always hear that it's like, you know, when your grandpa get back surgery, it ain't never right. You know what I'm saying? Anything you get fixed.
Listen, the reason why I've never fixed my knees is because of Terry Funk. So don't you ever let them cut into your, excuse me, don't you let them cut your knees. Once they go in once, they go in forever. Like,
I love that.
Yeah. Taking medical advice from Terry Funk.
Yeah, I know. That's scary. Very good, Terry Funk. So, okay. Ready?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I got the walk down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Daddy Work You Wrestle. You the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, thank you so much for asking. What a great week I had. I want to open up the show with just a brief comment. You know, it's funny sometimes. I think 2 episodes ago when I was explaining going to buy that ring, and it was just 4 poles and the Steiner Brock Lesnar looking dog.
Yeah.
And several people said, "Man, George really exaggerates." But I'm telling you, I'm gonna try to get a picture of this. I know I exaggerate in other areas, but this really was a weenie dog breaded with a sound like a sandwich. A weenie dog bred with a fighting one of them pit bulls. Yes, and it created this thing, Bullet. So anyway, I know my imagination can't even do it justice, but I wasn't exaggerating. It did come around. I mean, anyway, so that had nothing to do with what we're getting ready to get into, but I did not exaggerate there. A lot of people think I did.
We came up with it, we brought that up over the weekend. Like Brock Lesnar weenie dog.
Yeah, I love that.
We were talking about
several people said they loved it. But anyway, you watch 40 minutes of this show, and that's the one thing you think I exaggerate about. You have bigger issues than us exaggerating. So,
like the second greatest book of all time, that should be the biggest exaggeration every week.
What the, we hold this the whole time. I mentioned a weenie dog for like 15 seconds, and that's the comment. But anyway, we thank you for watching. Bullet, just a great week. We had so much going on. I know it's hot and everything, Bullet, but very excited. Last Saturday, I want to give a thanks back to our buddy Josh Steinborn there at the Forest City National Guard Armory. You know, that's the armory that the government tells you that you have to go through them to rent it, and you can't leave a ring here, and you can't. But anyway, so there's a ring there left there. But anyway, I don't want to get them thrown out. But anyway, I couldn't get that lucky. There's no armed guards. There's nothing. You just open the door. There's a ring left from all the shows. So anyway, but anyway, just a great hot building. Bull, I'm gonna tell you something right now. And that's where I got a little aggravated. It was hot. It's a National Guard Armory. I mean, Lord, they keep ammunition in there, and we always say it here, but the first person that walked up to me who thinks that they know wrestling said, oh, it's just too hot to draw. Now, I hate when wrestling people say that, but I just told him just go home. I mean, seriously, but it ain't, Bullet. But, you know, and he's looking for a fan to plug in. I said, brother, it's a National Guard Armory. You ain't going to find a fan to plug in. The last time I saw a fan plugged in at an armory, it about started a riot because you only got one little fan, and you're sitting here enjoying the wrestling, whoosh, 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 and then there's like, you know, 100 other people sweating to death. So what they do, they want to beat the guy up with the fan. Yeah. So anyway, just a great show, Bullet. You know, that's also the place that I went and was going to help some young guys out, and they told me no, so I don't help nobody else no more. I just go, and I do know that when you get that building at a certain temperature, I mean, windows closed, back door closed. I don't know how all of them get closed, allegedly, but it's amazing when people don't care if this great water is hot or cold when you're like in the middle of the Sahara Desert, okay? That's all I'm saying. And I have found out, Bullet, over time that if you let people like be miserable long enough in the heat, it'll be like one of them mirage things. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the desert. So they actually look at this, and it's like cold. It's like a commercial.
Yeah.
Raquel Welch is using this in a commercial. So
little perspiration is coming off.
Yes.
Cindy Crawford is holding it.
Yes.
It turns out it's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
But they're having a mirage gimmick going on because you keep it so hot in there, and then you sell the heck out of these things. All of a sudden, ice don't matter when you're down to your last breath before you actually die. It's amazing ice don't matter.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just glad to help. I'm just glad to have a product available there for the dying customers. So anyway, so much going on, Bullet. I know you have, but let me tell you something. I've known you for a long time, okay. Bullet, and I've seen you at your worst, and I've seen you at your worser. Okay,
but roughly maybe right about now. Right about now might be as close as it gets.
But I'm gonna tell you something. You in that new outfit. Now you leaked it out to me a little bit earlier that there may be a new outfit.
Yeah.
Deadpool. Bullet. Unbelievable. That's better than the Deadpool. That's better than Deadpool's. I think Deadpool's hot because when he saw what you had.
I tweeted it directly to Ryan Reynolds, and I hope he feels jealous right now.
Oh, Bullet. So. I'm gonna tell you. Now, my question, being a goof as I am, is, now did you work?
Can you breathe in it? No, you can't breathe in it at all. Found that out the first match. Can't breathe in the mask.
Oh, God.
It's a vinyl mask. The last one was a cloth mask, and sometimes when I would have a stuffy nose, I would get that fabric kind of in there, and I thought that was bad. Well, it turns out when you wear a vinyl mask and then you pull it tight around the back, it turns into that plastic bag. Like when Terry Funk on TBS.
Oh, yeah.
You can walk around fine because you're getting a little bit of flow, but when you start running and moving and start doing spots and breathing heavy, and all of a sudden you realize, oh no, I'm not breathing oxygen anymore. I'm breathing in my own CO2 because I have no airflow. So there were moments in time during night one where I was pulling the mask out just to get some air in there, which was about the time that my opponent started choking me, which was fine because I was already choking on my own,
you said, hold on, I can do it. I can choke myself.
I'm choking right now.
Yeah.
You don't need to choke me.
You just stand there.
So luckily the second night we put some air holes in it, so it's a little bit better, but they need to put a lot more air holes in it because Deadpool, there are moments in time in Deadpool matches where you're like, where'd Deadpool go? Deadpool's on the outside of the ring, outside going, and then back in and finishing the match.
Well, see, that was my question now because that outfit looks so great. You're able to wrestle with that outfit.
Oh, the outfit's great. I can run the outfit all day. It's that mask that's about ready to kill me.
But I was saying,
I tried to explain it to the costume lady, but I was so lightheaded. Luckily, Caleb Connolly was there to translate because all I could do was hold the mask and go, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And the lady's like, well, we could do this, and what do you mean? And Caleb's like, no, he needs this done. I just kept going, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
No, it did. It did look hot. Now, but my question is, with your weapons now, of course, you take those off.
I take those off.
Yeah, and I didn't know. Unless it's a hardcore match, then you're allowed to.
But actually, my weapons almost knocked down the entranceway. But
I
my
love
sword
that.
got caught, and it was a whole to-do one night. But we got through it. Did the whole fall backwards off the top rope and everything.
You?
And also too, I wrestled the Skeletor for one night.
Oh boy!
And that was real good too.
Oh my gosh!
That was main event, title match.
Oh, bullet! I literally got goosebumps.
They got 55 people on the roster. I had to wrestle twice, 2 nights in a row. So you explain that to me.
Oh, bullet! I got goosebumps. So. Who's worried about Toys R Us when you're alive? Toys R Us.
Speaking of Toys R Us, did you hear about Jeffrey the Giraffe?
No.
You did not hear about this.
Oh,
we in the Rumble.
Oh,
we had a Rumble at FSCW over the weekend, and they had Jeffrey Giraffe came out.
Oh my gosh!
As one of the final four.
They steal my heart.
Clothesline. Caleb Connolly.
Oh my gosh!
Gave another guy a choke slam, and then Gangrel was in there. Gangrel called up Amazon.com, which you can't call Amazon. You can only order, but it don't make no difference. Pro wrestling.
Yeah, you can do either.
He placed an order to Amazon.com. A FedEx guy came running down to the ring with an Amazon box, handed it to Gangrel, and Gangrel hit Jeffrey the Giraffe over the head, and Jeffrey the Giraffe got eliminated from the ring
bullet
because of Amazon.com.
Oh, bullet! So, I love that. So Amazon.com put. I love that.
Put them out of business.
Yes, put them out of business.
And as of Sunday afternoon, it was at 3 million views. So I imagine it might even be in 4 or maybe 5 million views at this moment in time.
Oh my gosh!
But if you've seen that clip, the guy that's taking the clothesline, that is Caleb Connolly dressed as Star-Lord.
Oh boy.
So I'll show you two after the we
Oh, I love it. So the draft is like we've always said about the search and everything else. There goes our bookings.
Yep.
I mean, he's a new
Jeffrey
hot
the
baby.
Draft.
Jeffrey the Draft, a hot baby face.
Yep.
Probably works pretty reasonable, you know. Probably lets you keep some of the merch, gimmick money.
Oh, yeah.
Probably easy right now. Because remember my story, Bruno Sammartini Jr., the business ain't really got into Jeffrey the Draft yet.
No.
In maybe 2 years, he'll be laid back, drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette, cussing everybody. Because the business will do that to Jeffrey the Draft. But right now, oh boy, I love that. So that's proof that he didn't let being out of work. Brother wasn't out of work long, was he?
Yeah, he was trying to win the FSCW World Title.
But I'm telling you right now, and just because I keep in touch with a lot of comic people because of my my Legitious comic they did, and I know Nate Butler, who's a very, very, very big time Marvel artist and all this, and I know all those guys, and this cosplay, whatever it's called, what y'all do with cosplay is I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's almost took a life of its own, I think, and to where almost you could. I know I'd buy a ticket. I mean, if you take, they'll take that on the road.
You would have loved the main event where I was Skeletor wrestling Captain America. Captain America got juice and everything.
Oh, boy!
Like,
How do we follow that? You see what I'm saying?
1,000 people. The fire marshal literally had to kick 300 people out. We had 1,300 people. The fire marshal had to kick people out of the room. They almost canceled the event that was going on next door so they could knock down an entire wall in this convention hall to put more people in there. They were this close to doing it.
Wow. But now let me ask you, it may already be in the woods, in the planning stage, but that's got to be took on the road. I mean, like
it's going to be coming to Raleigh. It's going to be coming to Raleigh. Not this week, but next week. It'll be up in Raleigh.
Now, is that part of the Comic Con itself?
The Super Con, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all part of it, and they're going to be going on the road. They're going to be in Louisville, Minneapolis, even California, and various other places.
I'm telling you, Bullet, that could, I mean, that's just another chapter in your book, how you put all this. If we'd have known this, you'd have been a superhero from when you first just drive through Charlotte just to say hey, and you've been stuck here for 25 years.
Turns out I'm good at this. turns out I'm good at this.
You should have just been a hero. You know what I'm saying? We should just, dang, I should.
And every time anybody's asked, like like someone like Storm, our road dog.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what should I do? And I give her a spot like Storm should be able to create a tornado and make her opponent spin all the way around. Who knew? I was good at putting together spots for superheroes.
Well, I think, and I got to pat myself on the back. I think maybe those times I had you actual wrestle in a real tornado may have helped you with
definitely all those hot armors got me prepared for that Deadpool mask because and also too like panicking. Yeah. I had one of those panic attacks where you're like I can't breathe and like I was being choked and I thought I was gonna have to tear the mask off, but I just had to calm down, do that Navy SEAL training or that George South church show training. Just like, okay, you survived through that.
Yeah.
And that was the thought process. I was like, I think I'm going to die. But then all of a sudden I go, wait, I survived through this one show in West Virginia with George.
Yes.
I'll get through this match where I can't breathe.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's so I'm so glad that you can dig deep and realize, no, I got one more left in me.
Yeah.
Okay, this can't be how, because you're like me. When we go out for good, we got to show our face. Because nobody will believe it's us. You see what I'm saying? We can't go out in a gladiator hood or I used to think that when the Steiners would like kill me on television. The reason I was able to pull myself up by the mask is I'm thinking I'm not dying with a mask on.
Yeah.
Okay, in the middle of the ring, and TBS Studios goes the gladiator.
Well, they're gonna see my face
because in 5 years somebody will claim to be the gladiator that died. So I won't even get credit, Bullet. So anyway. Yeah. Is there time for the comedian side of Bullet Jake Manning? I don't know. Bullet,
well, that's the thing. Also, I didn't have time this weekend. There were shows there, and just didn't have time because I was on first and last, so there was no wiggle room that way. But I think there's going to be a time in Raleigh where I'll be able to do comedy there. But I do have comedy this Wednesday and Thursday. I got my show at Cabarrus Brewing Company in Concord this Thursday, and then of course I believe in Cornelius on Wednesday.
So. And where? Wrestling wise, I know you got. Is it PWX? No.
PWX on Sunday, but before that, I'll be in Niles, Ohio for Northeast Wrestling.
Oh, good. Back up. And keep the streak, maybe? Is that the streak?
Yeah, the streak. Keep that going.
Do we know who we're working yet up there? Or just...
No clue.
Okay.
No, I'll probably look into it this weekend. So,
Okay.
or look into it as soon as we get off here.
All I know, Bullet, is if we can ever, and you may go up there before I do, but I have been seeing a lot.
Heaven, yes, I might be there before you. I might be there before you.
I've been seeing a lot
I'll
of
put in a
pictures
good word.
of Jerry Lawler's barbecue, and it's just the way, I don't know if it's filtered or Photoshopped, but that food looks good. That Jerry Lawler barbershop, I mean, not barbershop, barbecue shop.
Yeah, I've been there. I told you about that. Yeah, I didn't eat there, but because the kitchen was closed. But I've been there.
Oh.
On Beale Street.
Yeah. Okay, good. I think that burned it.
It's right there on Beale Street.
Yeah.
Great sign, great ambiance. That was where I posted the picture. It had like the USWA unified title.
The same place.
Same place.
Oh, I think
they had the stage of the big picture of him.
Yeah.
With Andy Kaufman and David Letterman, which you saw in that picture. He was actually at the convention this past weekend, so followed him for a very short period of time on Sunday. So.
Now, one last thing. So they're at that barbecue place. Is it? You still sit in a metal chair? Is it where you sit? You may not got to saw it, but I've heard that you sit in like actual Armory metal chairs. I mean, when you sit at the restaurant.
I don't know that. I don't know if that's necessarily part of ambiance. I think it's more about like one of the cheapest chairs we can buy. That's definitely what I.
All I know is I saw the King's Crown like spray painted on the back, and I thought that's very George Southish. So anyway, so much going on. Of course, Bullet, tomorrow I will be going back up to the one show I do a year, the 4-H camp there in Princeton, West Virginia. My good friend Eric Lester is bringing me up there. I go there every year. Been going for almost 15 years. This is where they literally set a ring up in a log cabin. I mean, and it's just unbelievable. And of course, they've got, they bus in, bring in 250, 300 kids that really don't have anybody. Bullet. I mean, and it's one of those things where only a few wrestlers would get it. I know you would be perfect there because sometimes I get in the ring with one of the counselors. The camp counselors who's to these kids is like. Hulk Hogan, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like Sting. And so I know my place. Because I think last year he hit me over the head with a pizza box, very similar to Gangrene. Yes, exactly. So I know my place there, and it's a great little thing. And we eat pizza with the kids, and it's just something we do. There's a huge lake behind it. A lot of the kids believe that that's where they tape Friday the 13th. I don't know if they did or not, but that's what the kids tell me, and I just go with it. Okay, I say, fine, that's y'all's claim to fame, that's fine with me. Where kids got murdered up by the lake, that's okay. So, anyway, a lot going on, Bullet. This week I'll be up there, and of course this very quick, some shows coming up that we're still in a lot of talks. The Lizard Lick people will be coming into this particular show, and there's a lot of discussion on if I'm going to be in that tag match. But let me tell you something right now, and our great fans are the first ones to see this. Not unless there's a lot of lizards being licked. I ain't gonna be in it. So anyway, that's exactly right.
If you blow a spot, that lady's gonna blame you.
No, that's exactly right. And listen, anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, idiot of the week, Bullet. Listen, this is good. Okay, it was almost going to be our first three-peat. Well, maybe we did three idiots, but Bullet, these are pretty good. Well, actually two, Bullet, okay? And we'll kind of let our viewers choose later on, but I'm going to throw them both in here.
So which Florida man are we putting in this week?
Well, listen, Bullet. This one was good, okay? This one, and I'm all about, free enterprise, everybody trying to make $1. Look at me. I'm holding water and a DVD, and you're holding my book, okay? But, Bullet, when I'm at the Circle K, you see what I'm saying? When I'm at the Circle K trying to put $5.42 worth into my car, and I want to make sure, I'm doing this, make sure I get all... And brother comes up to me to sell me his latest CD, okay? Which I understand. Everybody's out there trying to make $1. But listen to me, brother, you got to at least have a car. I mean, I'm just saying. Bullet, I know you may not have, the CD sales may not be that good yet for you to own a car, okay? But I'm not even interested in your CD if you ain't even on a bicycle. Do you see what I'm saying? So, what's funny is it's a challenge to me when they approach me as I'm pumping gas because I got my spiel. You see what I'm saying? Remember, I told you the one lady thought I sold produce because she seen all the UPS boxes in the back of my car. She thought I sold produce. I said, no, I don't sell produce, lady. But anyway, so this guy comes over. He's going to sell his latest. What's so funny is he only got one. He's trying to sell me his latest CD. It's going to be the hottest thing in the world, he told me. But I cut him off, you know, interrupt him. And then, of course, I'm giving him my Jesus tracts, inviting him to church, trying to sell him a water. And then brother's backing off.
Yeah.
Brother's doing like the Ric Flair, when the Road Warriors do this. Brother's doing this.
He came up, chopped you across the chest, you know, sold it.
I did. No, exactly. Yes, and brother starts backing up. But so anyway, I just think we could help him if he would like. But anyway, I got to put him in there, Bullet, because you got to. I mean, you're saying, okay, look at you, Joel. But listen, but what I'm saying is, I don't know if you're gonna sell that CD. I don't know, Bullet. But I ain't gonna buy a CD. You got to have something to. I don't know. It was just. I didn't even think it was his CDs. What I'm saying, okay? But so I'm throwing him in there because you got to put more thought into his CD purchasing, okay? Anyway, so and the second one, Bullet, this is good. In my hometown of Gastonia, North Carolina, where a lot of broken hearts. The streets.
Gastonia, man, only second to Florida, man.
Yes, the streets of Gastonia are laid with the hearts of many broken hearts. That's what I'm saying. But here, and I'm not saying I'm any kin to this guy, know him or anything. But I'm almost going to take up for him. At first, I was going to throw him in the bag, but listen to this, Bull. An older gentleman, I think they said he was maybe 66 years old. Anyway, so he gets arrested for DUI. Okay. Oh, no big deal. But his argument, and he's going to take this to the Supreme Court, his argument is he wasn't drinking while he was driving. He was just drinking when the car was stopped.
At the stop sign.
Yeah.
I heard this story.
Boy. They got
Listen,
a great...
I heard this story. How have you not heard about Jeffrey the Giraffe?
I know, Bullet. I know. I think it's just because Jeffrey Giraffe hadn't traveled to Gastonia yet.
Like, I heard this story, but you did not hear about Jeffrey Giraffe.
Bullet, I think, and they had a great mugshot, a great 8x10 of the guy, you know. But I just thought, in my little pea brain, that I'm thinking, I think he's got a point. Okay, is it DUI if you're just drinking while you're stopped?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll put him in here till that's up for discussion. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in here.
Okay.
And you're right. I'm gonna throw him in here because I've heard about him and not Giraffe.
Gastonia man as opposed to Florida man.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So busy week. A lot of goofballs out there. Bullet. Very proud of Jeffrey the Giraffe. Just, bro, if he comes south, there goes our bookings. You see what I'm saying? But you watch wrestling will earn him too. Just like the rest of us.
Just like David San Martino.
Yeah, David San.
Like somebody see Jeffrey Giraffe, he's smoking cigarettes in the corner, saying GDD, the SF, UF, and SOB.
Oh, A. Jacobs, his first week in the business, he came to Carolinas, and he was and Mr. Jacobs. Thank you so much for working out with me in the ring. Thank you for all of your knowledge. Thank you, Mr. Crockett. Thank you, Mr. So-and-so. And so 2 weeks went by. He traveled on the road, came back, and that's what he was. Smoking cigarettes. Like he looked like the Brock Lesnar dog. And so everybody's wondering what was going on. But anyway, so much going on. I'm so glad that you're back. Have a great week. And folks, listen to me. Jeffrey the Giraffe. If the wrestling thing don't work out, we can sure use you to help promote
the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com, which is a business that's still in business as opposed to Toys R Us. If you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend and all the ups and downs and crazy things, and maybe if I survived, I don't know. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Good show. Good show. Well, I meant to ask you, and I'll save it for next week on the air. Well, we're on there now. About your other podcast, the first.
Oh, the 10 Bell Pod. Yeah.
Yes, because that was like the first. That was the debut of it.
Don't worry. Next week we'll be getting the episode 2, so I'll have to plug that one. But now I got to do my regular one.
Now, are you still doing the when that's booked?
Yep.
Thing?